So, you know how last week I made a video talking about how Metal Gear Solid 1 is notoriously difficult to mod? Well, while that still remains true, I want to direct everyone's attention to a modder called Perfect Pizza, who's currently working on something genuinely exciting. A mod that makes Grey Fox playable in Metal Gear Solid 1. And yes, I mean that Grey Fox. If you remember, Grey Fox was technically a playable character in a few short VR missions, and I'm sure a lot of you had the exact same childhood thought. Damn, I wish I could take this outside of VR, right? Well, very soon that might actually be possible. I'll be linking Pizza's YouTube channel and Discord server in the description as well as the pinned comment, so please go check them out, especially if you're interested in Metal Gear Solid modding, decompilation, or just want to follow the project for the sake of it, right? Now, it is important to say upfront that this mod's still a work in progress, but it is progressing fast, and more importantly, it seems to be laying some serious groundwork for the future of MGS1 modding. I also want to make sure people understand exactly what this mod is and what it isn't, because there are some important limitations here. This disclaimer comes from Perfect Pizza himself. The mod uses the PSX decompilation project's ability to modify the game's C code and build a new executable using the developer version of Metal Gear Solid. At the time of creation, neither the AI Grey Fox boss nor the playable VR Ninja have been fully decompiled, so everything shown so far has been recreated through reverse engineering, existing game code, experimentation, and of course some well-educated guesses. That alone makes this very impressive, because I've seen how much work is required to just decompile the game and troubleshoot bugs. Sometimes it can take hours or even days because there's a lack of documentation, so big props here. Now, as more of Grey Fox's original code is understood, the project should continue to improve. The goal here is to let players experience a much more expanded version of Grey Fox than what we got in the original VR missions, with as many of his signature abilities and even some new ones, as much as the game limitations allow. That includes trying to preserve core gameplay features like crawling, elevators, weapons, and the environmental interactions, instead of simply turning Grey Fox into a broken novelty character. And this is also important, the project lays groundwork for a future version that could potentially allow players to experience the entire game as Grey Fox. But here is what the mod is not. This is not currently a complete story mode conversion. There is a separate project, which Pizza is not affiliated with, that is working towards making the full campaign playable. So the future of a complete Grey Fox playthrough depends heavily on that effort as well. As of right now, this mod also does not include boss battles because the developer build being used for that project just does not contain them. And this is not currently available for the PC version either. While playable Grey Fox models do exist on PC, abilities like the sword or teleport punch and jump mechanics and arm cannon have not yet been successfully implemented. Now, that may change in the future, we'll just have to see how things go. So this is very much a PSX decompilation focused project right now. But despite those limitations, Pizza describes the project as already being a blast to play and says it has the potential to become what many of us have imagined as kids, and honestly, probably still hope for as adults, and that is a chance to properly experience Metal Gear Solid as Grey Fox. It would kind of be a dream come true. And I think that is exactly why this is very exciting. It's not just a model swap like you see in a lot of other mods, someone actually trying to rebuild Grey Fox as a playable character with mechanics, abilities, and proper game interactions inside a game that was never really designed for that sort of thing. So, if you are a modder, or you have experience with decompilation, reverse engineering, PS1 development, or just MGS1 modding in general, I would highly encourage you to join Pizza's Discord and see if you can offer any help, advice, or knowledge. The Discord is already filling up with fans of the franchise and like-minded people, and from the sound of it, any kind of assistance is welcome. Projects like this are always a community effort and they take a ridiculous amount of work. Modders usually do this stuff in their spare time with no guarantee of anything at the end of it, so please be respectful and supportive. I've seen enough horrible Nexus mods comments, and this is on the MGS games as well, to know that people can get weirdly entitled over free work. So if you're going to follow the project, be cool, be patient, and give Pizza the respect he deserves. because playable Grey Fox and MGS1 is exactly the kind of thing that makes this scene exciting and lays a very cool groundwork for what can happen in the future. It's very ambitious, nostalgic, and technically impressive, and like I said, may even open the door for more MGS1 modding, which I think it will. So, if you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out massively, but more importantly, if you have any experience with modding or you're well versed in decompilation, please give Pizza a hand. I'm sure it will help speed things up. Peace.